Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start with IELTS listening, and this is listening part 1. First, we are going to do this. If you start your IELTS listening part 1 well, the rest of the test will be fine. Okay, because in part 1 you'll get confidence. By the time you write first answer, you will be confident, and then the test continues. And if initially you do any mistake or you try to do anything haphazardly, the same feeling will go on with you. One of my students, she lost her listening test. By the time she looked at the test, part 1, multiple choice, she said, new pattern? I prepared old pattern. This is new pattern. Oh my God. And then the rest of the time she was thinking new pattern, old pattern, new pattern, old pattern. And as a result, she got poor band score. Multiple choice questions may appear in any part of IELTS. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in IELTS, there is no new pattern, old pattern. We have the same pattern. Throughout the years, as IELTS has been proceeding and all that, we have same pattern. Yes, sometimes question types can be different, and there are 8 to 9 type of questions, and examiners will use those types. There isn't any new type of questions, okay? So anyways, questions 1 to 6, and over here in part 1, we have no more than 2 words and or a number. Now, sometimes it can be unusual for part 1 to have no more than 2 words and or a number, because mostly it's 1 word and or a number. If you go through Cambridge IELTS books 11 to 17, they have 1 word and or a number. But in actual exam, they have a huge database of IELTS tests. So you never know in actual exam whether it's going to be new test or old test. Even in part 1, they can give you no more than 3 words and or a number. Okay? So you should prepare by all means. Then they say, Dreamtime Travel Agency. It's the name of a travel agency. Now you need to switch on your imagination that there is a travel agency, someone wants to travel, and there will be some exchange of information. In part 1, there is always exchange of information, and there are questions. Sometimes questions are from the person who's giving information. Sometimes the questions are from the person who is receiving information. Dreamtime Travel Agency tour information, and one example is done, but now they have example, but they don't replay the audio. In the past, they used to replay the audio, but even now, if the test is old, then they have this example and they replay the example. That gives you more time to focus the questions, okay? Holiday length, 2 days. Now, in the audio, when they say 2 days, after that, you have to be alert. You know why? Because your answer will come after that. And it is also possible that they do a little conversation for half minute and all that. And then they come to this point, holiday length, 2 days. Type of transportation, very simple. Now, what are the types of transportation? Bus, train, aeroplane, car, minibus, miniwagon, and all that. So when they say type of transportation, there's going to be a type of transportation. In part 1, you have to focus the traps also. They do have some traps. For example, if they say, we don't arrange buses for this tour as the tour is very small, so for that we have mini wagons. Answer is right. And if they say, we used to have mini wagons for this tour, but now there are more people, that is why now we have coaches. Answer is? Coaches. So it's not that whatever you hear, that's the mode of transportation and that is the right answer. You got to listen carefully and then see what is the right answer. Anyways, type of transportation. I play the audio. Listen to the audio carefully and then you'll get to the answer.
Section 1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a travel consultant and a customer.
Good afternoon, Dreamtime Travel. How can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm interested in the holidays you offer along the coast near here.
Yes, we operate several tours up the coast. Where in particular did you want to go?
Well, I like the sound of the holiday that mentioned whales. Was it whale watching?
Ah, that's our whale watch experience. It's very popular and it's based in a lovely little town with nice beaches.
Oh, right. And how long does it last?
It's 2 days. That includes 4 hours travel time each way from here.
Good. I don't want to be away any longer than that. So, is that by coach?
Actually, it's by minibus. We like to keep those tours small and personal, so we don't take a whole coachload of people.
Minibus. And there was a question, is that by coach? No. Right? Minibus. And if he would have said yes by coach, then coach could be the answer. So answer is minibus. And you can write minibus as one word, or you can write it as two words, or you can write mini-bus. Your answer is correct. Okay? That's good. Let's go on. Question number 2. Maximum group size. Now they will tell you minimum group size. Usually there are 4 to 5 people, sometimes 8 to 10 people, but our maximum limit is 40. Answer is maximum limit, whatever they say, right? So don't just pick up any number and write your answer. You have to see the highest number. Whenever they use the word maximum, you need to go for highest number. Let's see.
In fact, we only take up to 15 people on this tour, although we do run it with just 12 or 13.
Oh, right.
Up to 15. Now note it down, up to and maximum. We take up to 15 people, but we do run it with 12 to 13 or 11 to 12. So up to and maximum, they are synonyms, and correct answer is 15. Maximum group size 15, and it's important to write people. 15 people. But even 15 will be correct. No problem. If you only write 15, maximum group size 15. That's it. Okay? Yes, that's a very good question. In Ielts, whenever you write any number, make sure you write a number, a digit. Okay? Yes. Like they've written 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got to write it like this. Next tour date. Now, if she says we've already had a tour last month on 3rd December. Now, will that be your answer? No. And they're going to tell us the next tour date. For example, they say our next tour is on 10th January. And after that, there is another one on 25th January. So answer? 25th is after that next tour. Your question is next tour date. Next means which is coming. If it is next to next, that will not be your answer. Try to understand. These type of informations which they give along with the answer, we call them traps. So what you have to do, you have to focus. I mean, they've mentioned here next tour date. Now, next tour is the coming one. Okay? If they have another tour after that, that will not be the right answer. Anyways, let's go on. Question number 3, please.
So, do you run these tours often?
Well, it depends on the time of year. Of course, in peak times, like the summer holidays, we do them every weekend. But at the moment, it's usually once a month at most.
And
So, answer has not come. See that? This is what I wanted to check. Some of you will write once a month and sit like a chaudhry. Correct answer, Ielts, I am master. Okay? So, answer has not come at all. You got to wait patiently because, they use the word date. Now, next month is not a date. Answer is going to be a date. Okay, let's do it again.
so, do you run these tours often?
Well, it depends on the time of year. Of course, in peak times, like the summer holidays, we do them every weekend. But at the moment, it's usually once a month at most.
And when is the next one going?
Let me see. There's one in 3 weeks' time, which is April the 18th. And then we don't have another one until June the 2nd.
All right.
Okay, now listen, don't yell your answers during the audio. Okay, if you develop this habit और इस तरह की एक हरकत एग्जाम में कर दी, ठुड्डा मार के बाहर निकालेंगे. 2 साल के लिए बैन भी कर देंगे. ठीक है, फिर आप कहेंगे मुझे ठुड्डे से कुछ नहीं होता, वो अलग बात है. Okay, so listen to the audio till the end, and when I ask you, then you should tell me the answer. Right? So I'll just play this last part.
In 3 weeks' time, which is April the 18th, and then we don't have another one until June the 2nd.
All right. And is April a good time to go?
Pretty good, though the really good time is later in the year.
Okay, so correct answer is April 18th. Now, a question. How to write date in IELTS? Very simple. You can write April 18, 1-8. Or you can write 18 and April, right? However you write, it's correct, no problem. Even you can write 19 by 4, but I would not advise that. I would advise you to write April 18th if it is the answer, 18 and then April. Or even with 18, if you write TH, perfectly okay, no problem. So date and time can be written in any format, no issues at all. Yes, computer based also, yeah. Okay, let's go on. Hotel name, the dash. Now, if the name is usual, for example, hotel name, the Royal Hotel, Royal is common word, then you have to write it on your own. And if the name of the hotel is unusual, difficult to understand, they will spell it for you. Remember, IELTS listening is not your IELTS spelling check or anything like that. It's not writing test. It's just listening. That is why in part 4 also, they keep the answers very, very simple and to the point, because it's not your writing test. They select simple words for answers, okay? All right, let's see hotel name.
I have to say, though, that the Wales sighting is only one of the many things offered.
Really?
Yes, the hotel itself where you stay has great facilities. It's called the Palisades.
The Paris what?
No, it's actually the Palisades. Palllisades. It's right on the main beach there.
Oh, I see.
All of the...
Okay, so Palllisades. And any variation in spelling, your answer is wrong. Any slight variation, you write PA single L, not double L, so your answer will be wrong. Is this clear? Okay, now after the first 4 questions, they will give you half minute to read the next questions. Okay, and you can just do that.